the way we pushed the boundaries of technology was to really invent this breakthrough pattern recognition technology, and then create this sort of delightful, simple experience of just simply getting the answer with a single interaction.
How do you define digital disruption, and why is it important in business?
Yeah, I define, I like to just focus on the word disruption rather than digital disruption, because the reality is actually disruption can occur, from a digital, with regards to a digital innovation or technology innovation, but it could also be a business model innovation or a customer, even a customer experience innovation. All these things can be introduced by one company within an ecosystem, within an industry, and it can be disruptive to all the other players in that industry or the incumbents. So the way I really define it is that it's a new offering, a new capability that by being enabled, it causes all the other companies in that industry to be caught off guard, and it can very scarily lead to a spiral towards irrelevance if they don't respond quickly enough. So that's how I define a disruption: is something new introduced by a specific player in an industry that could make everyone else irrelevant. Even like Facebook's social graph, they famously have built a whole business on this social graph, which includes Facebook, starting from Facebook, but then following on to Instagram and WhatsApp and so on. But now, even that potentially is being disrupted by what's really an algorithm graph that TikTok has. And then, look at Google spotting the opportunity of YouTube in its early days, acquiring it for $1.7 billion, simply a video platform that's now become something so immersive and so significant in size that it's valued at the same value as Disney today. So those are both great examples of disruptions that can occur and that can make all the incumbents potentially irrelevant.
How did Shazam push the boundaries of technology?
Yeah, Shazam was really a very early execution of artificial intelligence, because the definition of artificial intelligence is finding a way to get computers to do something that's normally really done by humans. And this is 20 years ago, so we're ahead of our time in terms of being an AI company. We didn't use what's now known as machine learning, which is a modern form of AI, but we did have to invent our own pattern recognition technologies to essentially simulate the capabilities of the human brain. So we really pushed these boundaries of technology by pushing the boundaries of pattern recognition in the face of two very significant challenges, which was noise and scale, because you have noise in the background that we had to deal with, but you also have the scale, the tremendous amount of songs that we had to identify music against. I always love to give, by the way, a great example of just how challenging noise and scale can be. Imagine that you saw your brother or sister in a room with 20 people. You would just spot them across the room. Now imagine that you're sitting in Wembley Stadium and your brother or sister was sitting somewhere on the other side of Wembley Stadium. You would actually have a very hard time using your brain to find your brother or sister in that crowd because of noise and scale. So those two problems being introduced with pattern recognition. So just to summarize, I think the way we pushed the boundaries of technology was to really invent this breakthrough pattern recognition technology, and then create this sort of delightful, simple experience of just simply getting the answer with a single interaction, and creating this sort of magical Shazam moment, which has now become sort of set the bar for many companies to kind of magically delight people with a single interaction across the board.